hydrogen, about 74% of it, helium for about 25%, and with trace amounts of methane in its atmosphere. Again, everyone, can I have someone to tell me what are the Jovian planets? Yes, the Gaspi,
The four teacher.
two, my dear,
Again, teacher. I can't hear you.
two, just two planets, my dear.
Jupiter and Neptune, teacher.
Can you give me two Jovian planets? Am I audible, class? Okay, can you give me two, Legaspi?
Okay. The two Jovian planets, teacher, are the Jupiter and Neptune.
Okay, how about the other two? Can I have Lorica?
Uh, the other
Okay,
two,
yes,
Uranus and Neptune, teacher.
Uranus and Neptune. Okay, I guess, thank you for that, Lorica and Legaspi. I think Teacher Helen is already here. Teacher Helen?
Thank you for holding the class, Teacher Lyle. So I'm sorry for the interruption, my dear pupils. I experienced poor connection right now. I mean earlier, okay? So are you good, my dear pupils? Please react like in hard reactions. Okay. So where am I again?
Composition, teacher.
All right, so let's thank you once again. Thank you, Princess. So let's talk about the composition. So the composition of the Neptune is composed of hydrogen and helium, and also a lot trace of methane in the atmosphere. The same as the Uranus. Okay, please next slide, Teacher Aisha. Okay, so now next to Neptune is the Kuiper belt. So can someone please read what is Kuiper belt? Okay, can I have Dagatan?
Said to be the boundary of the solar system.
Thank you, Dagatan. So the Kuiper belt is the other belt, and it has a donut shaped region of icy objects beyond the Neptune's orbit, and it is the outer edge of our solar system. In here, we can find a lot of, five of the dwarf planets, namely the Haumea, the Makemake, the other dwarf planets that we will be talking about talking um later on, okay? So please next, Teacher Aisha. Okay, so now we have here the Pluto. So can someone please read what is Pluto? Okay, can I have Baguio?
Promoted into a dwarf planet, orbits around the sun in a nearly round shape, overlaps with that of Neptune during its revolution cycle.
Thank you, Hannah Baguio. So Pluto, it is a dwarf planet, and it has an oval shaped path, not a perfect circle, and its orbit crosses the Neptune sometimes, making it closer to the Sun than Neptune. But, however, Pluto and Neptune never crash because of their paths is controlled by the gravity. So I have a question here. So, do you agree that Pluto is a planet or not? So, if you answer and if you answer that Pluto is a planet, please react like, and if you don't agree, please react a thumbs down reaction. Let me see. Okay, Amancio said Pluto is not a planet. Also Rizal. Okay, so later on we will know about that. Alright, please next, teacher Aisha. Okay, so we have here the International Astronomical Union. So this International Astronomical Union is an organization of the astronomers, and the this organization will decide whether a celestial body is considered to be a planet or not. And for one to be a planet, it must satisfy the three criterias. And what are those three criterias? Please read what are those. Another hands, please. Can I have Lorica?
Wait, teacher, right?
Yes, three criterias.
Okay. Criteria to be the criteria are a planet must orbit around the sun. A planet must have a sufficient mass to assume a nearly round shape, and a planet must have cleared the neighborhood around its orbit, teacher.
Thank you, Adeline. So these are the three criterias that the International Astronomical Union provided. So Pluto, for the answer for my question earlier, Pluto is not a planet, but um, let us um, let us know why it's not a planet. So until the year of 2005, every school taught us that there are nine planets, right? And actually, we have a song, right? Okay, as what I remember, one of the student here sang the nine planets, right? So actually, in 2005, the school taught us nine planets, and the Pluto is discovered by Clyde Tombaugh. And but when in August 2006, few scientists gathered at the International Astronomical Union in Paris, and they declare that Pluto is not a planet. And because of that, the educational institutions or the educational unions took notes of it and changed the matter or changed the issue in our textbooks. That's why it has eight planets. And because of that, the reason why the Pluto is not a planet, because the Pluto doesn't meet the third criteria at it hasn't cleared the neighborhood objects. Just what I've said, it sometimes overlap in the Neptune's orbit, and because of it, it can be called a planet, and was it doesn't called a planet, but was downgraded and called the Pluto as a dwarf planet. So yes, the two criterias was met by the Pluto, which is it orbits around the sun and it also have a sufficient mass. But the third criteria is um not been met by the Pluto. All right, so do you understand, my dear pupils? Okay, so please next, teacher Aisha. Okay, so these are the um the our solar system. So um can you please give me the eight planets starting starting from closer to the sun? Okay, can I have Pilio?
All of the planets, teacher.
Yes, please start at the closest to the sun.
Okay, teacher. So the first planet, teacher, is Mercury. Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, yes, and Neptune and Pluto, teacher.
Okay, so since you already know about the solar system, let me ask a question. So, why do you think Pluto is not a planet again? Okay, can I have Egot?
Because Pluto teacher doesn't have clear neighborhood around the orbit teacher.
Okay, very good. That's correct, Ninia. Okay, next, um, what is an organization that the decided that a celestial body can be a planet or not? Can I have Rizal?
International Astronomical Union, teacher.
Okay, very good, Rizal. How about a a what do you call this? A region in space wherein it separates the terrestrial and the Jovian or the gaseous planet. Can I have Kerr?
Asteroid belt teacher.
Okay, how about the outer edge of the planet? Can I have Fabi? Fabi, you? Are you in there? I think Fabi is not around. So can I have Kabukos?
It's the Kuiper Belt, teacher.
Very good. So can you please next slide, teacher Aisha? Okay, now since you already know about the solar system, let us test your knowledge. So can you please prepare 1/4 sheet of paper and answer the quiz? Okay? Please next, teacher Aisha. All right. So answer it right away, my dear pupils. And if you're done, please react a thumbs up reaction. All right, Lisa is done. Okay, please answer. Elio. All right, most of you are done answering the numbers 1 and 2. So please next, teacher Aisha. Montaro and Lorica and Dolphin are done answering. Okay, most of you are done. So please next slide, teacher Aisha. Dolphin is already done. Okay, please next, teacher Aisha. Oh, teacher Aisha, please go back to the previous slide. 5 and 6. All right. So sorry, my dear pupils. All right, Igot is done. How about the others? All right. Oh, Pilio. Okay, let's wait for Pilio. Okay, done. So please next slide, teacher Aisha. Oh, Igot is done. And Gaspi, Dagatan. How about the others? Okay, most of you are done, so please next slide, Teacher Aisha. All right, Lisa is done. Also, Igot and Dagatan. Okay, are you done answering 9 and 10? Okay, Teacher Aisha, can you please go back to number 2? Number 2 in. Okay, please answer, Pilio. React if you're done. All right. And number 4, right? Okay. Okay. Now, since you're done answering, now let's check your papers. Are you ready, my dear pupils? Okay, please be honest, okay? Okay, please next slide, Teacher Aisha. But if but But let's have this quote. If you cheat, you'll never get ahead. Okay? Please remember that. Okay? Okay, please next slide, Teacher Aisha. Okay, now you may now start checking your papers. Okay? Please remember the quote, alright? Please react like if you're done checking and comment your scores in our comment section or in the chat box.
Yeah.
Alright, both of you got, all of you got a perfect score. So that's the end of the lesson 3, which is the solar system. So I will give you to your next teacher, which is teacher Iris. Alright? Thank you everyone for listening and have fun listening to your other teachers. Bye bye.
Lain nga link ta guys. Unsa man guys.
Guys, pahuway sa taya, balik ta 7
Maorat
sir, buot-buot.
maorat today ko lang og link. I mean ko an bali nag-link ba kamo guys. Basin ganahan pa mo mama sana ay manihapon. Ay
Nga
guys, ay
naman
sa ko
naman
ninyo tawagan guys. Kaya maligo sa ko kadali. Ay okay ra man og mag-start na mo pero